Hello, in this video, we're going to be talking about the house of boundaries and what it means to have boundaries in our life. And before we dive in, I just some reminders about what boundaries are and what they are not. So boundaries are not mean. Often we think we are being selfish or mean by putting down our boundaries, but really boundaries help us feel safe in relationships, as well as it holds other people to higher standards as well. So we really teach people how to treat us. So boundaries are a great way of doing this, right? And also a reminder that we can't please everyone, can often be our people pleaser that doesn't want to put down our boundaries, doesn't want to step on any toes or hurt anybody's feelings. But boundaries are extremely an important part for building intimate relationships. And boundaries are not meant to control other people and trying to control other people's behavior. Rather, they are defining your actions and your own behaviors and how you would like to be treated, right? And people can have emotional responses, both positive and negative to boundaries, right? Oftentimes, it's people that have continued to cross boundaries that will be most upset, right? And we can't please everybody. We can't keep everybody happy. And if we are doing this, this is compromising ourself, right? So not compromising ourself and how we want to be treated, no matter what. And the right people will stay in our life and will respect our boundaries if they are healthy for us. So remembering this as well. So an example of a boundary could be, hey, I'm not going out past 8 p.m. So if you invite me out past this time, I will have to decline. So this is defining how our own behavior and how we will react, right? Okay, so diving into the house of boundaries, this is really a representation of who we're letting into our life and at what depth are they welcome into our life, right? So the front porch. This is for people that we're starting to get to know, maybe strangers, acquaintances. Could also be people that have maybe crossed some of our boundaries and they've been removed from our home to our front porch. We're really evaluating these people here to see if they meet our good friend checklist, if they communicate well, if they show up on time, if they are not gossiping, and all these other aspects that we talked about in the previous video. So the front porch should feel safe. It shouldn't feel super vulnerable. Conversation can be light and fun. It shouldn't feel too personal or draining, right? Then getting into the living room. So this is people that we are just starting to get to know on a little bit of a deeper level, but not too intimate with, right? So maybe we're doing activities together. Maybe we like to play pickleball or go mountain bike or watch football together, for example. These relationships are light and they're fun, and we're continually getting to know this person, right? So it can be a little bit more vulnerable, but it's still feeling safe, lighthearted, and not definitely not feeling any judgment or threatening in any way. Then in the kitchens, this is for our tribe of people, our deep relationships. This is where we can be very vulnerable and talk about more intimate topics such as religion or politics. These are some of our closest friends. We can have really deep trust with these people, and we can spend, longer amounts of time with these individuals, maybe up to a half day to a full day, right? As long as it's still feeling relaxed and energizing to be with these people. Then we have the bedroom. So this is a place for our most intimate relationships, and they're the most trusting and most vulnerable. This is where we're really sharing our heart and our soul. So this might just be your spouse. It could just be yourself. It could just be you and God. So you really get to choose who comes into the bedroom with you. This is people you might spend days on end with, traveling with. They really see you for you, right? This is for the deepest sexual, spiritual, emotional, and physical connections. So that have to be all of them, but for these more very deep, vulnerable connections and intimate relations. This is where we can really share our fears, insecurities, traumas, really let all of our guard down, right? So this room is sacred, it's steadfast, and it's stood the test of time. People have gone through our front porch, our living room, our kitchen, and then made it into the bedroom, right? And then we have the street here. We can also have people across the street that have wronged us, that are no longer welcome in your life. So they're not welcome anywhere near our home, and that's okay too. We have that boundary. And if somebody's continually um, crossing our boundaries and we've communicated, then it's okay to move them across the street, you know, and maybe that's not forever, maybe that's for a time being, but that's definitely appropriate as well. Um, so definitely reflect on these questions here about your own criteria for allowing people into your house and the different rooms and what you expect of these people and the connections that you have. And if there's anybody in your life that needs to be reevaluated, moved to a different room, anybody that is across the street, kind of taking an inventory of people in your life and where they're at in the house and reflecting on this, right? Um, and then lastly, we have this Ho'oponopono prayer. So this could be for um, many different people in our life. So this is the Hawaiian teaching of forgiveness. It's pronounced Ho'oponopono. And chanting this prayer over and over is a powerful way to cleanse our body of guilt, shame, haunting memories, ill will, or bad feelings. And the prayer goes like this. Say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And it can be extremely transformational. It can sit with our hands over our heart. Maybe we have our hands just palmed open to receive. Um, and we can really say this prayer over and over. We can say it to ourselves. Maybe we can say it to somebody that has wronged us. Because truly, if we're harboring pain, resentment, that can be just poison to our own being, right? So we can transform it with this prayer. It's very powerful. I used it myself, something that I implement very often, and it's been really transformational for me in my life. So I definitely recommend giving it a try. That's everything I have for you guys, and excited to see you in the next video.